Welcome, everyone. My name is Nick Hershey. I am the president of the Mortgage Calculator. We are a non-delegated correspondent lender that operates quite a bit differently than most companies out there. So I'd like to thank everyone for joining us so we can explain a little bit more about how we work. I'll have Kyle Hershey, our COO, then go into a little bit more of a presentation on the actual back end of the software, do a little couple demos of some stuff we can show you. And then Jose Gonzalez, our sales manager with 28 years of experience, will put it all together and how to actually get the loans done with the way we operate. Let me go ahead and share my screen and go through the page here that we have, a little bit about what makes us different here on our join page. Hopefully most of you have seen this already, but let's go ahead and walk through it. So first off, obviously we're very different. We are all about leads, unlimited leads powered by our custom software, CRM, POS, LOS, and we have AI integrated into it all. So myself and Kyle come from a different type of background. We're not your traditional bankers. So we've been doing software and marketing and lead generation for almost 20 years now, spending millions of dollars on the different platforms and pushing those leads through different CRMs and systems that we've built ourselves. So everything you're about to see has been built by our team from the ground up, every line of code. It's something that's very unique and different from other companies out there. And we have a little bit of a different outlook since we're not your traditional bankers. So coming from a little bit of a different angle here, that's probably why it seems a little different. So let me explain a little bit more about what we mean. So we are a non-delegated correspondent lender, and we're all about our tools to give you guys the power to scale your business instantly. So we're not really in the traditional model, the banking model, right? We want to build you guys software and tools to build your business. So we want to make sure we're not relying on your guys' personal business. How you guys do your business is great. I'm sure you guys all have your own way, your own systems, all that. We want to build a platform that once you plug into, it builds your business from there. So in this industry, especially in this market we're in right now, what we believe has always been true, but even more so true today, that it's all about leads. So we believe every loan officer needs a full pipeline of leads, especially in a market like this where your traditional referral sources may not be as fruitful as they were. So whether it's company leads, self-generated leads, however we're getting those leads, however you're participating in those leads, it's very important that you fill your pipeline with new opportunities every day. So we want to make sure that you guys have access to our leads and use our system where every lead and action that you take in our system can generate more leads for you with our full system that we have set up. So how do we do this? First off, the business model. As I mentioned, we're a little bit different. We have built this business model. We started as a marketing team for a FDIC bank, a big FDIC bank, so all 50 states. We took that to a broker shop with more options. We took our team then to non-delegated and delegated, and we found that the best model is non-delegated correspondent. So we're non-delegated correspondent with 130 plus lenders and investors. And what that really means is non-delegated, we do both. We can broker and do correspondent loans for our borrowers. What's most important to us is our borrowers getting the best deal for them and their situation exactly when they need it. So we have over 5,000 loan programs with us as the lender, where we're the correspondent, where we're funding the loans with our own money, with our 32 correspondent investors that set up the programs that we offer. So correspondent is always going to have the best rates and pricing. Obviously, we get the best terms when we fund the loans with our own money, have our own law firms, all that kind of stuff, take all the risk away from the actual end investor. And that always gives us better pricing than broker, even with the same exact programs. Now, if there's any reason we can't do a loan in-house and fund it with our own money, if there's some fix and flip product or some crazy commercial product that is not traditional that maybe we don't offer, no problem. We have over 105 wholesale lenders we work with for those specialty loans that we may not be able to do. So what's important to us is the best deal for the borrower. We get all kinds of leads that have sometimes the most out of the box requests, right, that are outside the ordinary. And we need to have a home for them. So we want to make sure we have all the outlets. Whatever is the best for the customer is what we're going to do at all times. So what loan programs do we have? Everything, right? So everything we fund in-house is the traditional stuff. So we have your VA, USDA, FHA, Fannie, Freddie, non-QM, DSCR. We do all that in-house. We also have our commercial, mixed use, CDFI, SBA that we broker with, and anything in between. So any loan that's out there that exists, we want to make sure we have access to it, whether that's as a lender where we can offer it ourselves, or if we broker that, we want to make sure we're able to help our customers at all times. Now, how do we push this through the system? How do we execute this? That is with our technology. So we have our whole system. Again, we built every line of code of what you're about to see. We have our fully integrated website with AI, obviously integrated at every step, and then the traditional POS, CRM, LOS, all the stuff you guys are used to. It's software that's built for us, by us, and really what that means is we put everything together, one login for you as the loan officer, one login for your customers. No more having hundreds of logins as a broker and hundreds of different services and all that, right? Every lender had their own login, and then they had their own appraisal login and their own approved appraisers and AMCs. With us, one login for everything. We also have our Calvin AI technology. We'll talk a little bit more about that, but that's what we have, the name for our AI. We implement it on every step we can. And with our system, prospects can instantly flow from a general lead. So wherever they come from, different places, different sources. Generally, the lead forms that we're going to capture are going to have a name, email, phone number. So that's the basic. They can go to pulling their own live rates, to completing their full 1003, pulling their own credit, setting their own liabilities up, all into Encompass without you lifting a finger. This all happens while you're sleeping. So your loan will be in Encompass ready to go. But the best part is, I know nobody likes Encompass per se, but that's what lenders have to use, right? But you don't have to use it. So we have over 50 API integrations with the services you guys are used to, we're all used to, where you don't have to use them. So you don't have to use Encompass, the actual Encompass program. You can just use our CRM that is integrated with Encompass. You don't have to log in. Same thing with Optimal Blue is what we use for pricing, which is the industry standard, but you don't have to have an Optimal Blue login. It's all just one click in the CRM. Same thing, one-click credit. With CIC, one-click credit services with Meridian Link, account check, VOE, VOI, one click, no logins needed. Appraisal Works, one click to access 5 different AMCs with one single click. Everything is just a click away, no logins needed. So that's how we integrate everything into one system. We also have our proprietary Calvin Dual Oz AI. So just like other lenders out there that have the Dual Oz where you run them side by side, which is a great feature that everybody has where we compare them, we have our AI take that extra step to compare them and actually provide a proprietary analysis of which may be better for your borrower. Then we have our development staff to implement new features. So again, this is built for us, by us. We roll out new features every single day. We just rolled out one yesterday, and we do every week as well. And you guys can request new features there because we have our full-time development staff. Another thing that we found lacking in all the different business models is training and support. So we are very much about supporting ourselves as a remote company. So everything we do is remote based. We want to make sure we still have that same face-to-face feel, but everything is remote based. So you can still access our learning center and our daily live trainings remotely. You can get into our training center, which is more of a course, like a classroom. You can get into there at any time, basically. So night, day, anytime you're free, expand your skills, take your courses, knock those out. We have our live in-house MLO trainings, which are private webinars. So we have a few of those every week that you can join in, again, if you need to brush up on anything. Then we have our live podcast. So these are great opportunities to shout out links to your customers, right, that may be interested in our live mortgage rates every day, as well as for you guys to learn new products, right? We do a different product every single day. And same thing with our loan officer training. That's more for you guys and other prospective loan officers that may be joining. So 2 days per week, we do our public loan officer training for both our team and the public to talk about topics and new products. We have our live Zoom support. So our processors are in Zoom. You can get face-to-face with them. They can take over your computer, click whatever you need to click, do all that kind of great stuff. So that is very important. Even though we're remote, you want to get face-to-face, and they can actually click the buttons you need to click. We have our knowledge center with thousands of articles and videos, so not just from us, but from our partners. So with over 130 lender partners, they all have their own tips, tricks, matrices, guides, webinars, all kinds of different resources, as well as all of our in-house resources. We also have our Calvin Compliance AI. So Calvin not only can help with different loan processes, but also has all of the federal and state regulations programmed in. So you can get advice on how to solve any possible compliance issues, which is very cool. And here are just some general things that we love to talk about, not necessarily a category here. but we're very passionate about our investors in DSCR loans. So we have our lawyers that have created a memo where we can close business purpose loans in 44 total states. So great opportunity for those of you to expand your footprint without having to get new licenses necessarily. Those are can be done without a license. Unlimited daily leads at a 50-50 split. Again, we give leads from all kinds of different places. Kyle will show you how that works exactly in a couple of those different sources. Important thing is we want to make it simple. If you get something from the company, it's just a simple 50-50 split. Everybody can refer deals to senior LOs for 75 basis point referral. So anytime you have a conflict of interest, or maybe you don't know how to do a specific type of loan, maybe a fix and flip loan is too challenging, no problem. Click that button, team up with someone who's done it before, and still earn 75 basis points while you learn that new product or whatever you're doing. We are all about leads, so we want to set you up with your own campaigns. Kyle will show you how that works on the back end. And if you already have your own campaigns, no problem. We'll show you how to import those with our webhook. And because we're all about you guys, no monthly fees, no hidden fees, nothing secret, nothing hidden. Everything is very transparent and upfront. We're from more of a technology background, right? What you see is what you get. This is more of a service for you guys, which is very transparent and will give you guys everything you need. And to top it all off, we have our Calvin AI assistant. So Calvin helps in a lot of different areas, but obviously helps our loan officers immensely as they go through the process. The conditions come in for loans. Calvin gives you ideas on how to properly take the steps to satisfy those conditions and so on. So lots of different assistance there. So now we're done with the bullet points here. If you have any questions or drop off, you can always watch the video here. It's always on the website here. But let's get into the compensation, which is probably what most of you are here for. So this is our compensation plans, definitely different. So let me explain a little bit more about what we mean. I know everybody's always drawn to the highest comp. So let's start with the senior loan officer plan over here. So this is obviously the goal, to get everybody senior loan officer. Obviously that's to make the most commission and to learn the most and be the most autonomous within our system. So up to 250 basis points is with bonuses and whatnot. So we'll go over that. The standard commission here might be a little hard to read on the screen share, but it says 200 basis points on conventional non-QM. That's the loans we're all used to, which is 2% for those not familiar. And again, to make it very simple, 50-50 split. If any senior loan officer takes a company lead, that's 100 basis points comp on their conventional non-QM, the stuff we're all used to. That's 1% commission. So very simple setup here. Now our senior loan officers are going to get everything that everybody else does, but the icing on the cake here is they're going to receive the referral leads from their team. So anytime someone clicks that button and refers a deal to a senior loan officer, that's going to not only be a warm lead, right? It's their spouse, or maybe it's their client, maybe it's a state they're not licensed in, but it also comes with not only a ready to go client, but a teammate, right? The person who referred that to you is still going to help you on the loan. So those are the best leads ever. Not only are they the best leads, but they come with a personal helper there on the deal, who's another loan officer that can help you get stuff done. Our seniors will have access to everything, obviously unlimited access to all our different lead sources at 50-50 split, so no restrictions at all. And to get up to the max comp here, again, people that are rocking and rolling, we want to build a platform for you to grow. So anything that you're already doing, no problem. We can get as much commission back to you as we can. So 25 basis point bonus for any volume over 2 million and 50 basis point bonus for any volume over 5 million. So we want to get as much of that back to you as you can if you're rocking and rolling. For those of you interested in teaching, right, to teach other people how to use the system, how to structure loans, you can upgrade to a team leader and earn 15 basis points on all your team's loans, where you help structure those loans for the people who may be new and not quite as familiar. And to take it to the next level, if you're really ready to take on a team and take responsibility for them, you can upgrade to a branch manager and earn 25 basis points on every file of your branch. And obviously take that responsibility to help them disclose and all the great stuff that comes with operating your own branch. Now, to get to senior loan officer, the fine print here, you must close 6 loans. Since we're very different, our systems are different, and not many companies do broker and correspondent at the same time. So it is a very different type of system. We want to make sure you close at least 6 loans to upgrade. It will take that much usually to get used to everything anyway. So for your first 6 loans, that is the loan officer plan. Your first 6 loans, you'll make 150 basis points. You'll be teamed up with a team leader. a branch manager, and of course, Jose, our sales manager, can help you as well structure those deals. So you'll have all the support to learn the system on those first 6 deals. So that's 150 basis points on conventional non-QM. All the stuff we're used to, that's 1.5% commission, and you'll still have access to all the company leads. 75 basis points on company leads for conventional non-QM, that's 0.75%. So no problem if you want to get some company leads for those first 6 deals, no problem. Go ahead and knock those out. You'll have access to unlimited leads at a 50-50 split, access to the live click-to-claim leads. So those are the good ones Kyle will show you here in a second. You'll still be able to refer deals to senior LO, so you can still earn 75 basis points if for some reason maybe you don't have enough experience or you're uncomfortable doing a loan, maybe you're not licensed in the state, you can still earn and learn how to do that and work with a senior loan officer to put that deal together. We are licensed in 24 states for primary and second homes. And as we mentioned, we can do our business purpose in 44 total. So that means 20 additional states that you don't necessarily need a license in to originate, as long as you follow our memo from our lawyers. So great opportunity to expand your footprint for those DSCR loans we love to do. Of course, our loan officers are paid via W-2 because they are full-time loan officers. Again, fine print here, to be a loan officer, you need to be a full-time loan officer, 1 loan per month minimum. Obviously, if you're not doing 1 loan per month, you're probably not making a living, so it doesn't work out like that. No problem. If for any reason you're not full-time or not ready to really jump into it, no problem. We have the plan for you. That's our junior loan officer plan. So if you're brand new, never closed a loan, or you're maybe a realtor, you're not quite full-time at this, you're doing this to supplement your income, or maybe you haven't left your full-time job yet, you're seeing if you can be a loan officer, sounds like a new career, no problem. This is where you start. So you start here, 75 basis points, still more than most call center type environments, so still a great commission. But the whole point here is to earn 75 basis points for referring deals to senior loan officers who know exactly what to do and exactly how to do it and when to do it. So this is the way to get into the industry and learn with the senior loan officers while they put your deals together. Still have access to all our systems, our CRM, POS, LOS, all the great stuff you're going to see. Still have access to Calvin to help you out. Definitely a great resource for people that are new. Still have access to our lead generating website, right? You're still licensed. You're still a licensed loan officer. You can still advertise and create your own leads, no problem. Still have access to our auto dialer and some of the leads Kyle will show you. And the important thing here is no minimum production requirements because you're not necessarily full-time. We understand it doesn't always work for everybody, but you're still licensed, so you can still be a licensed loan officer. So since you're not full-time and you're not actually originating the loan as the loan officer of record, you can be 1099 while you're part-time junior loan officer. So that is an option there. And the fine print here again, no minimum production requirements. And this is the plan for, again, if you're new, never closed a loan before, no problem. This is where you would start. Once you get the hang of it, you'll upgrade to a loan officer. You'll start signing the application. Once you sign 6 of those applications and close 6 loans as a loan officer, you'll be upgraded to senior loan officer. So we want to make sure everyone just signs up for the proper role there. So hopefully you guys find the right spot. Let me go ahead and pass it over to Kyle now, who can go into a little bit of the back end and show some of the software we just talked about. So you ready, Kyle?
Yeah, absolutely. All right. So of course, we'll do full trainings on this when you come on board, but just want to show you how some of this stuff works. So here is our CRM. Just like any other CRM, you can take your notes, send emails, send texts, set auto reminders for yourself. You can set drip campaigns to automatically text them and email them from you. We also have our cool Calvin AI Assist here where the AI can actually write the email for you. It's going to look at the communication that was happening between you and the client. You can click this button, it'll actually type out an entire email there from our artificial intelligence that we call Calvin here. So really cool there, but what really starts to separate us from any other system is our quoting system. So with just 6 pieces of info you're going to put in here, you're going to click one button. It's going to pop up all of our different investors with all of their different programs that fit that criteria. You select the rates you want to show the client, and within 2 minutes, you can send an email and a text to the client with a nice, pretty quote that looks like this. Right? They can see their rate choices here. They can see what these things mean here. They can see the Google map. It brings that in automatically. It brings in the Zestimate automatically, the loan info, the monthly breakdown of their taxes and insurance, and as well as the lender fees. And then of course it has you here as the loan originator, and you can add a realtor. So your realtor partners, they absolutely love this because they know when they send you business, you're going to keep them in front of their client's face saying, hey, we are your team that's pushing this deal across the finish line for you. So your realtor partners absolutely love being included on the quotes. Now, the coolest part of all this is your client can then click Start My Loan Application right here. Now that takes them to create their borrower portal, which looks like this, where they, where they are then prompted to start their application right here in our system. They don't need to leave the page to fill out their full 1003. They can also upload the basic documents we're going to be asking for. They can see their loan info, the milestone of where their loan is at, which automatically is going to update as you go through your milestones on the back end. They can communicate with you through here as well. So this is what they see on their end once they see the quote and agree to move forward. Now, what you see on your end here is that you can help them fill out their 1003 here. You can also, help them upload documents, but you can also request documents, whether it's you or your processor. So for example, you could say, you know what, I need 12 months bank statements. Now it's going to be asking them for 12 months bank statements. You could say, you know what, this came in as a conventional loan, but we're actually going to switch it to a VA self-employed loan. Well, I don't know what documents you need for a VA self-employed loan, right? But the system does. So you could say, I want to replace these documents with VA self-employed, save the changes, and now it's only going to be asking for what we need for a VA self-employed loan. You can also request signatures through here. So if you need your client to sign something, you can request the signature, and of course they log into their borrower portal to sign it. They don't have to leave the page. Our legal e-sign is built in here, so nobody ever has to leave our platform here. And you can request custom documents as well. Again, whether it's you or your processor requesting these documents. We also have our Calvin AI processor assist, which you can click in one button. You can, lock the loan. You can order VOA, VOI, insurance, all kinds of stuff by having our Calvin AI assistant help you out here. So tons of stuff that you can do. And then also, once you go through the loan process and submit the loan to underwriting, your conditions will pop up here on your docs tab. So you'll get even your underwriting conditions here, and they will, prompt you on what to upload. And you can either upload to fulfill those conditions just like this, or you could dispute those conditions and kick it back to the underwriter. So you see here how everything's going to happen within this system here from start to finish, from taking them as a lead, name, email, phone number, to contacting them, quoting them, gathering their 1003, gathering their documents. And actually, hold on, I forgot to tell you that we're going to pull credit automatically and instantly, right? As soon as they submit their 1003 application, we're going to pull credit. We pay for it up front. Your client doesn't have to pay for it up front, and you don't have to pay for it up front. As soon as they submit their 1003, we pull the credit. That way, when you open up our Encompass API here, notice that it's in our system. You don't have to actually go, download the Encompass program and log into that. So here you go. You got the whole 1003 pulled in here and the credit and everything pulled in here. So as soon as they finish their application, we pull credit, you open up the Encompass API, everything is in here, including all of the credit, and we have a bunch of cool stuff in here, including our dual AUS, right? Our dual automated underwriting, where you can order DO and LP, right? Fannie and Freddie, automated underwriting, and then our AI, Calvin, will analyze both of them and tell you which one is a better choice to go with. So this is pretty cool. One click, you order dual AUS, and then our AI is going to skim through it and tell you which one is better to use and why. So with that being said, let's talk about where these leads come from in the first place. Okay. So we have a few different ways for you to receive leads. First and foremost, the leads that are coming in from our Facebook ad campaigns, right? So those are the hot, fresh leads. As soon as somebody clicks on one of our ads, you're going to get a text message with letting you know what type of lead it is. So you can click the link, claim the lead, and give them a call immediately. So those are hot, fresh leads coming in from our ad campaigns. Now, another way that we provide you to work leads and we give you leads is our auto dialer. So we have an auto dialer just like any other CRM out there. You can call 300, 400, 500 people in a day. You can press one button. If they don't answer, you can press the button that drops them an automatic email and text message from you, right? And it's all formatted, plugs in your name and their name and all that kind of good stuff. So you can call hundreds of people in a day, clicking a button to drop them emails and text messages, and we put leads in here for you. So notice there's some purchase leads in here. We have bank statement leads in here. We have different cold call lists in here. We have realtor call lists in here. So there's always thousands of leads in here for you to call as well in the auto dialer. Now, another way that we provide you to work leads here in our system is our advertising tab here. So those same leads that we're giving you for no upfront costs, that we're giving you on a lead split that are from our Facebook and Instagram ad campaigns, you can purchase your own leads that go directly to you that have no lead split. So what we can do is if you want to put $250 on a campaign to get yourself even more leads than we give you, you can do that. What we do is we'll copy our ad campaign that we've proven out that we know works, and we will spend your $250 budget on that ad. Those leads go to you and do not have a lead split. I love to tell the story, a great example of one of our loan officers, Nicole. She closed a deal, her first loan ever as a loan officer, came here brand new, closed her first loan ever. It was a $1,060,000 deal. So her first commission was $16,000 as a loan officer. Now, it's from one of the leads that we generated, but it was from one of the ones that she paid for. So one of the leads that we provided, but it was from her campaign. So she saved $8,000 by having no lead split. So it's important to also boost your pipeline with your own leads, and those won't have a lead split on them, right? So if you want to, not required, but if you want to, you can get yourself some more leads and not have a lead split on them. Another way to work leads in our system is to import leads. So we give you your custom webhook here so that you can import leads into our system if you buy them from other legitimate lead sources, right? So things like Zillow or Free Rate Update or Lending Tree. If you purchase leads from these places, you can use the custom webhook here to bring them into our CRM in real time, right? And then that way you can contact them and quote them and all that kind of stuff, just like any other lead. So they're going to come into your CRM in real time. It's going to notify you that you have a new lead. So that's another lead. So any way that you have to work leads, the leads that we provide you, instant from our ad campaigns, the leads we have in the auto dialer, leads where you can purchase your own campaign that we manage for you, or purchasing leads from other places and bringing them into the CRM. So we basically have every way to provide leads here that is possible. So with that being said, what I'm going to do is turn it over to Jose here. So Jose is our sales manager. He has 28 years of experience as a loan officer and a realtor. And he's going to talk about how this kind of all comes together to actually close loans and the type of support that we have here. After that, we'll go ahead and open it up to questions. So go ahead, Jose.
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you for joining us. So you've heard about the technology, the Great Leads program. So it's really important for us at the Mortgage Calculator to make sure that you get traction as soon as you complete your training. So we definitely do not want you spinning your wheels. We want you capitalizing on the great opportunities that you're going to receive. And in order to make that happen, we do offer multiple areas of support, right? We will start with our knowledge center, right? Our knowledge center is where we have indexed everything that we do at the Mortgage Calculator, where you can simply go to the search bar, type in a keyword, and it will most likely pull up some guidance that we have, either videos or documents, whatever it may be that you need for guidance on most or almost all of the situations that you may encounter while originating a loan at the Mortgage Calculator. That was one of the, I guess I would call it complaints that Nick, Kyle, and I had when we were at the FDIC bank and trying to grow the team was that there was not any written guidance, videos, policies, procedures on how to actually, originate loans, different types of loans. So that was very important to us here at the Mortgage Calculator. You will not be lost simply because you have the search bar and the knowledge center there, which is great. Because then once you have the topics there, you can reach out for assistance and show us exactly where it is that you need assistance, right? You could share the article that you don't understand with us. You could send it to your team leader. Everyone who, once you're clear for training, you do get assigned to a team leader who will assist you with structuring your deals. As soon as a loan application is submitted by one of your borrowers, everyone gets an email alert. You get an email alert, your team leader gets an email alert, management gets an email alert, and we're all chiming in immediately, making sure that we're here to assist you to structure that loan. And there's even a link on there for you to set up the meeting with your team leader so you could quickly book the meeting for structure assistance, right? So that's great because you will not be spinning your wheels trying to figure out what to do with that hot lead application just submitted. We have our Zoom room, which is manned by our in-house processors, by our compliance manager, by our closing manager. So if you do have a quick scenario, quick situation that needs to get, you need assistance with, it's not a loan scenario or a long drawn out request for assistance with conditions, something quick that you need, you don't want to wait for a meeting with your team leader or with management, you can just go into the Zoom room, pop in there, and one of the attendants will take care of you, whether it's something related to closing, Encompass, login, can't figure out something with the CRM, they're there to assist you exactly for those matters. We do have our intake processor, which I will discuss a minute or two business channels before I get into our intake processor. We have the luxury of letting you operate on two different channels. We can operate as non-correspondent lenders, non-delegated correspondent, where we're the lender, where we fund the loan, we generate documents, which means we disclose also the loan. Everything is in our name. You will meet with the disclosure desk to review the file and have it disclosed there on the spot. We also let you operate in the wholesale channel as brokers. We do not obviously disclose the brokered files, but you do meet with your team leader to review them, approve you to go disclose, and then you go upload it to the portal of your choice and disclose it. Once your lender file, where we are the lender, is disclosed, it goes to intake, where intake registers a file, assigns it to a processor, an in-house processor, and then submits your loan to underwriting for review. Keep in mind on the broker channel loans, we do not require you to use third-party processing. It probably recommended. You don't have a lot of experience, but it's not a requirement. So if you do want to have a little bit more competitive quote on those broker deals, that's one way to do it. Your processors are the ones that will be handling the portal for you, the investor portal. So as soon as that approval comes in, they will grab the approval, they will update Encompass and work with you on the conditions that then will be submitted for the clear to close. Once you do get that clear to close, the file goes to our closing department, who then takes over, working with title and working with the attorneys that generate our packages, so that then we can proceed to a quick and happy closing. So many ways for you to get traction and get going quickly. And like Nicole, closing your first loan in less than 30 days. It took her only 21 days to close that very difficult profit and loss loan, which also had an appraisal transfer there. And one other thing is we do offer disclosing files after hours as well. A lot of times you got to get that disclosure out. You want to meet the deadline, or you want to get it into your borrower's hot little hands so they can look at it, compare it to whatever other options they may have out there, and hopefully, due to the great service and pricing, accept your deal over anybody else's. So we do try to facilitate as much as possible you originating. We look forward to having you here at the Mortgage Calculator to help you grow as a loan officer.
All right, so let's talk about the next steps, then we'll open it up to questions here. Next step, I put the link to join in the chat. It's real simple. It's themortgagecalculator.com/join. You're going to go to that link and you're going to apply, whether it's a loan officer or junior loan officer plan. What it's going to do is it's going to take you to sign the initial compensation agreement. Now, you don't need to sign it right then. It's going to email you a copy as well. So don't worry, you can take your time. But once you do sign that initial agreement, that's what's going to kick off all of the rest of the steps, right? Which is going to be us getting your full employment agreements and, getting your identification for employment, sponsoring your license and all that kind of good stuff. So first step is to sign up here and sign that initial compensation agreement. And then after that, go ahead and we'll send you all of the next steps. That's the mortgagecalculator.com/join to sign up when you're ready. Now, Nick, let's go ahead and stop recording and then we'll get into the questions.